What's it, my people? You know what it is. Don Tony Teflon. I'm back at you. Another one. And this one is from season 3. Predictions, theories. We're going to just try to focus on the character Jim and, everything that's connected to him, whether it's Ethan or his daughter, or anyone else. We're going to go through Jim and everything else in his storyline, what we think is going to happen. I got the little open there today. I'm feeling a little sexy. I got the neck out there for a little old school, right? With that, right? So we're gonna focus on Jim's character and everything else. Thanks for everyone for joining me. Let's say what up before we get started. Let's say what up to the people who are here right now. We got channel member Too Grown for You's in the building. We got Kimberly is in the building rocking with us. RC, channel member RC up in there. KP, who's not even a channel member, bro. He's a mod, but I thought he'd at least be a channel member. What's good with that, man? Officially, him is in the building rocking with us right now. Carl Karsnock is in here. Channel member Luna Cascade is in the building rocking with us. Jackie C is in the building rocking with us right now. Let me get this off the screen. Thank you very much. Let's see what up to Bape. God 757 in the building, right, rocking with us right now. Jesse, channel member, is in here rocking with us. Yeah, no Diddy, baby, no Diddy. My man Double S, we're gonna say Double S. I can't pronounce. I don't want to mess it up, my brother. Double S is in the building rocking with us right now. C Note the greatest is in here rocking with us right now. The last greatest. Let me get that correct. C Note the last greatest. All right, let me put that up in there. Verdo is in the building. What's going on, man? How's everything with you? Hope everything is good. Jesse is in the building rocking with us. Everybody, thank you. Jerry is in here. What's going on, Jay? For rocking with us. Thank you for rocking with us. We're going to talk about from season 3. Can't wait till the episode to go on. So, this is just spot for from you talking from theories. Again, this is a call-in live stream, 518-290-0848. You can call in, speak to the Don live. You know what I mean? Get it popping and stuff like that. So that's what it is. That's where we'll go. But as always, JR, Queens, New York, we in the building. Blood gushing, flushing. We in here. Q Gardens in here. Hannah, channel member Hannah. Your channel member, you got to get shouted out. You know that. Is in the building and everything else. We'll do the constellation Friday. I'll do constellation. I'll finish that one and do the stream for the finale and all that. We'll do that on Friday. I promise you that. And Luna has gifted 10 memberships to Teflon. That means there's 10 new members thanks to Luna. And we got to figure out exactly who these people are. So I gotta pull my phone out now in order to look at this to see exactly who got the gifted memberships. And everyone who did, you can thank Luna for that. Luna is just an amazing person supporting the channel and everything. Let me pull up my YouTube app and everything else so I can figure out exactly who these people are so I can shout them out real quick. It always takes me a second to do this. Why does it make it so hard for you to find your own stuff? All right, here we go. 1 second. I have to stop that. Put there to the chat. All right. We have members. Eric Graham is now a new member. Classic EverQuest is now a new member. Floody71 is now a new member. The Three-Peat Man is now a new member. Julia Dawn is now a new member. Amy Bones is now a new member. Well, thank you so much. I don't know if I missed anybody. Burrito is now a new member. Kimberly is now a new member. Thank you so much, Luna, for doing that. And thank you to all the new members in here. You are now safe. You now have the talisman. You now have access to all the emojis and everything else. And you have the talisman next to your name. So you're all safe. You ain't got nothing to worry about. But as always, when we set this off right. Let's go.
was just a little girl, I asked my mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? Here's what she said to me. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Now I have children of my own. They ask their mother, what will I be? Will I be pretty? Will I be rich? I tell them tenderly. Que sera, sera. Whatever will be, will be. The future's not ours to see. Que sera, sera. What will be, will be. Que sera, sera.
Thank you to the beautiful Carla Way, who's a channel member, good supporter for rocking that for us, so we could put that in there. Make sure everyone subscribe to Carla Way channel. She has a whole lot of great songs that should be up in there. All right, let's talk about it. What up, the hot commodity? I seen you showed up in here. OW is up in here. CA 1983 is up in here. Let's go through it. All right, so when we deal with the character of Jim, we have to look at what he has done since he's been there, right? That's what it really comes down to. Jim has been the guy who has been focused the most next to Jade on actually escaping this thing. And Jim is responsible for putting things together. Now, his forte, his job is he makes roller coasters, right? That's what they said. So he's able to do some type of engineering. And it seems like that is what he has done since he's gotten here. First, we've seen him engineer the antenna and come up with the CB radio to try to contact the outside. Because of when they put that together, all of a sudden the big storm came out of nowhere and knocked everything down. That shut down that antenna. But he did reach somebody. Now, people may say he reached somebody from the outside world, but I don't think so. I think he just reached the people who are monitoring this whole situation. They were just there. They intercepted, and they said specifically to him, your wife shouldn't be digging that hole, right? And then that's when he goes back. He runs after Tabitha. He goes on Tabitha. Tabitha drops down the hole, and that's how that ends, right? For that season for her. But then this season, we see Jimbo right back at it again. He wants to do the radio tower again, but this time when he does it, he wants to take Randle and he wants to attach that to Randle's little drone. And that's his plan, to try to get that to fly high enough over the tree so he can get a reception so that he can get the CB radio going. So that seems to be his number one thing that he wants to do. He wants to get this radio antenna. Now, will he still be as focused to do this radio stuff in this season, knowing the fact that he allowed Tabitha to go? Now, Tabitha was having all those visions of the kids, and she convinced him, and she said she needed Jim's permission to go, and she bounced. Now, Tabitha's gone. So what's this going to lead for Jim right off the bat? He's going to have to deal with, number one, I think his daughter, as soon as she comes out, and she came out of that whole situation of being possessed or whatever you want to call her, such a beautiful girl who made the most ugliest face I've ever seen in my life. But she is out, and I guarantee you, the first thing that they show, because when they do this, they do the show, they always pick up right where it left off, right? There's never a week later. It's immediately right where it left off, so where they pick up the season. No doubt coming out of her mouth right off the back is, where's mom? Guaranteed. She's going to be like, where's mom? You know what I mean? And what the fuck's she going to say? Now, they're not going to know that she's gone right away. I mean, they don't know she's gone, but they aren't going to know the extent They may think she's still coming back. You know what I mean? Because she just took off. She might still be coming back, but it'll be the next day after that when the sun rises and she's not back, and nightfall, she's not back, that everyone's going to start to get worried. Then the next day, there'll be a whole manhunt looking for Tabitha. I believe that's what will go on inside, because then they'll have to realize, wait a second, Tabitha didn't make it back. And then I think that the number one thing that Jim's going to have to do is he's going to have to question Victor, right? He knows that Victor is the reason why Tabitha took off. So I think that this is what goes down this season. After the first night, when she doesn't come back, again, they're going to think in the beginning she's going to come back. It's going to get dark. Next day, she's not there. Ethan's going to start worrying. Everyone's going to start worrying. I think he tells Boyd, and I think the whole place does like a fan out looking for her. But eventually, they're going to have to talk to Victor. And I think that she told him that Victor, the kids and Victor, and now what happens then? I think Victor then has to say, I took her to the faraway tree, the bottle faraway tree, right? And if Victor says he's taking her to the bottle faraway tree, Jim's going to the bottle faraway tree. Hopefully he says it in front of a bunch of people and they all go to this bottle faraway tree. Because I don't even think anyone knows what these damn faraway trees are. Now, Boyd knows what it is. He knows that it works. Sarah knows that it actually works. Victor knows that it actually works. And Ethan knows that it actually works. Nobody else knows that these faraway trees exist or that they actually work. So when it comes down to it, now Victor's got to come clean with that. He has to go to the faraway tree and tell everybody, hey, this faraway tree is where she went, the bottle faraway tree. And this bottle faraway tree leads directly to one spot, and that is the lighthouse. Now, Boyd, if he went through, he would recognize the lighthouse. But I just don't think it would be that simple. If they did that and they went inside that lighthouse and they got to the top of the lighthouse, nothing's there. There's going to be a broken glass there. Is there going to be any evidence that she was there? Did she leave anything behind to say that she was actually in that place? You'll see the broken glass pane. You'll see the torch in there. But that's all it would see if they go in there. Unless something else happens. That faraway tree doesn't take you to that direct spot. That it takes them somewhere else. We'll go through the people in the chat. And let me see what some of y'all are saying about this whole thing. Too Grown for You is saying Victor better answer. That's all I have to say. You know, OW is saying Victor lived his entire life in that hellish place. He knows the loot, but is refusing to speak for some reason. We have Too Grown for You saying Donna might be acting like she don't know. If Donna's the mole, then yes, I could see that 100%. Kimberly says we need some community town meetings and a secretary to take notes. 100%, 100%. Tune Girl for You, the bracelet. Now, it could. I don't think the bracelet fell off of a wrist and is going to be up in there. I wish it was. You would think something would be there, but when retracing it, it would see she didn't take anything off or anything. She's just walking up the steps. So if they do all find their way to it, I think they're just going to find the shattered glass and that's it, and work their way up there. But something else might be going on there too. Percy says, I agree. I think Jim will force Victor to take him to the tree, and I can see Jim going through the tree. And I've noticed the tree has taken the females to safety and the males in danger. Let's go through that real quick. So it took Victor down in the tunnels down there. So if you want to say that's danger, it could be. It's who's directing it. It took Boyd to put Boyd in that well. Was it trying to actually save Boyd by putting him in that well? Or was it taking him, or was he actually trying to get Boyd killed? It took Sarah into the church and put Sarah in there, which I said that's where it was going to take her. That's where she went. It took Julie. Julie knows the faraway tree works too. I didn't say her name. Julie went in the faraway tree and she came out in the bunker, inside the cupboard in the bunker. You know, I do think they have to have somebody go through the faraway tree and round up inside of a rock. The fact that they said that that's possible, and we did see somebody do that, then I think that is no doubt that someone's going to have to wind up in a rock or something before the show ends to show that personally can happen and stuff. Yeah, listen to Fernando Fernandez tease. Hit them likes and subscribe. Yeah, if you ain't subscribed to the channel, definitely do. It's your number one shop. This is the stop right here. By the fans, for the fans. Number one spot for From and everything else that you like in here. And our new show will start on Friday. We're going to do Sugar. We're going to be doing Sugar on Apple TV. If you all have Apple TV, you watch Constellation. The new show will be Sugar. It's a show with Colin Farrell. The hell is his name? Colin, goddamn it. Something. Colin with an F. That motherfucker. And it's a detective show, so it'll be a mystery, and we'll see if we can solve this mystery and everything else. But that would be the next show that we do. I'll be putting out the first video on Saturday. So then if we get a good enough audience, you want to watch it, then we'll do some live streams on it too and everything else. So that'll be that and everything else. All right, what up to my man Fernandez T up in here chilling? As long as Julie irritates that, that's it. I like Julie. I like her, so I can't say that bad. Sugar is on Apple TV. Looks like a really good show. It's going to be a good show. It's only going to be one season. This is not a show that's going to be multiple seasons. So it's like Mayor of Easttown. If you ever watch Mayor of Easttown with me, it'll be a situation like Mayor of Easttown and everything else. Again, you want to call in 518-290-0848. You can call in, speak to the Don Tony Teflon, and I'll put you on the live. And you have anything you want to say and all that good stuff, we'd like to hear from you and everything else. But yeah, I think that's how it has to play out this season when it first starts off. Because again, it would just be weird if they all of a sudden just thought something's wrong. She's going off, but Jim didn't know she's going to be going off for that long of a time. You know what I mean? Or anything else like that. So I think after the next day, they fan out. Then they bring them to the tree. Now we don't know what goes on after that. That's where we get stuck out right now after they go in the tree. If that tree should take them to the same spot, if it does not take them to that lighthouse, then we know 100% that somebody is controlling these faraway trees. Because I've told you from the beginning, there's nothing random about this shit. I don't believe it's random. I believe that everyone who's going somewhere, because how could that faraway tree be random? Let's think about it real quick. They say that it's random, right? But when Victor went there with Ethan, he put that initials on that rock, threw it in the tree, and waited and knew that rock was going to come down by them, right? That's why he did that. He knew that shit was coming there. But yet Victor told you that the tree was random. How the hell did he know that that rock was going to fall right there? He may not know the exact spot, but he knew it was going to be close, or he wouldn't have put the initials in there, right? It's not random. There's no random to this bullshit. That's all bullshit. They're just trying to make you think it's random. Someone is controlling, because these aren't actually trees. These are wormhole type teleportation devices. And I believe that's exactly what that damn tree in the road is. When they see that tree in the road and they turn around, that's a wormhole tree, faraway tree, whatever you want to call it. And that's why you get stuck in that loop right there, and it brings you in there and everything else, So that's what I believe. It ain't no magical ass tree. We're not dealing with that. We're not dealing with magic in any way. I promise you that. This is all technology. That's all this is. It's all technology, and that's all we're dealing with here. It seems like magic because people don't understand it, and that's just what it is. But it's all technology and everything else. Scott Allen says, 1980 says, Tony, appreciate the From activity. Thank you. I appreciate y'all coming out and watching. I'll keep doing it. I'm all about it. Let's go through real quick. Tony, I really think we have a cabin in the woods situation. LOL, no aliens and no witches. So, KP, let's bring up the cabin in the woods situation. This definitely has to do with aliens. It's not witches, but it is an experiment. I said that last season, that this was definitely an experiment. It's all experiment. That if you're saying it for that reason, that they're running an experiment on these people and they're trying to get certain results, 100%. That's what's going on here. There's no doubt about that. Without a doubt. So I've never seen Cabin in the Woods, but KP has brought up Cabin in the Woods multiple times and stuff. So I mean, it must be something like that. TNX says that ship coming. Listen. Y'all know better than that. Y'all know that I ain't eating no chip because I'm right. Just give it up to me already. Just give it up. You might as well just go with it. You know what I'm saying? You might as well just go with it. You know what I'm saying? And just say, listen, Tone, I should have never doubted you. I should have never doubted you, Don. I'll never doubt you again. That's all I want to see that from you, TNX. I want to heat up those exact words in chat when this is right. When this is right. I want to say, Tony Teflon, the Don. I should have never doubted you, brother. I knew better, but I did. I don't know why I did. Put it just like that. Put it just like that, goddamn. Right. We'll go back to Jim in a little bit. 518-290-0848 if you want to call in. All right. If you want to call in. All right. And after that, so there's also other people. So when dealing with them, we're going to have to deal with his daughter, Julie, and Randle, and other crackhead woman. What is the Mary L, the crackhead? All right. Now, listen, they all chained up to the wall. They all seen what I think is the same thing. Do you think that Julie is going to tell Jim why she was screaming? What could make them all scream like that? What could they have shown them to make these people scream? That is the whole thing and everything. I think that Julie's going to have to tell her father exactly what she was seeing, what they were all seeing, that they were chained up against the wall in this spot. And I don't know if they actually seen Boyd come in there because their eyes were glazed over and they were still screaming when he came in there with the music box before he destroyed the music box. So I don't know if they actually seen Boyd or anything. I don't know if they seen him or anything else like that, but they were seeing something that was so frightening to them that they couldn't stop screaming. What was it that made them scream? And again, when you deal with Randle, dealing with him, you got to look at the situation where it came down to Randle, right? He accused Donna of being the mole, wanted to leave Donna outside to see if they would kill her. I think that Randle's right. I think that Donna is the mole, but I think that it wasn't proven at that time. But I think he's right that she is the mole. I love the actress who plays it. You know, she could be a part of the Escaping From podcast. We made the offer to her. She knows how we feel about her. But I think that she definitely is. It's either her or Kenny's mother. But in the end, to me, if it's going to be a mole, you would think it would be someone who's been there for the longest amount of time. You know what I mean? Someone who's been there since the beginning. And Donna has been there in the beginning. Someone who's in control of a situation that they can monitor and report back, right? That they can do these things. Again, I showed you the missing posters last week. Go check out the other stream we did last week, and you'll see Donna's missing poster mentions nothing about her sister. She claims her sister got eaten alive by these monsters. They ripped her skin. They ripped the skin off of her. Something that, we've seen the monsters kill in different ways. We've seen the monsters put the rod through the girl's head. So we can't say that it'd be different. You know what I mean? It is random, but we've seen them kill in different ways. So rip the flesh off and skin her sister alive and everything else and all that. And then all of a sudden, Donna ran away and hid by a tree and made it. And that's the story she's told us, right? And now let's look at listen, I'm gonna be honest here. Now, Donna, I love her, you know what I mean? And her body type is the type body type that Donna be dating. But I'm saying Donna don't look that fleet of foot. I mean, I don't care how scared you are. You can be as scared as you want. I get scared, I could run, but I'm never gonna be as fast as Michael Johnson, no matter what. Right? I don't care how scared I am. I say you just can't do it. All right, you just can't do it. Okay, not going to be able to do. Now, when I look at Donna, I'm just saying that, I'm saying that Shorty don't look like she that fleet of foot. She don't look like if she was a baseball player that she'd be a Ricky Henderson stealing bases. She looked like she'd be blasting it out the park. Home run hitter, but not fleet of foot. So when I see here that she ran away and got away and then hit, it doesn't jive with the Don. It doesn't jive with the Don. You know what I mean? I can't get with that. I can't get with that. I don't believe that. I don't believe the story about the sister. I don't believe it. I think it's made up. How come it's not in the missing poster? You know, it should be in the missing poster. Now, again, could we chalk that up to the showrunners who made the show slipping up and they should have put it there and they didn't put it there because they put it in there for Boyd's, right? When Boyd was there, they put it in there for Boyd, for his family, right? They put all the name, mentioned the name for all of them, but they didn't put it in there. You know what I mean? They didn't put it up in there and stuff like that. Look at this dude, Daniel. Daniel, thank you so much, Daniel. I appreciate that. Totally looking slick. You know, I'll try. You know, we try. We do our best. We from Queens, New York. We do our best and everything. Yeah. Jesse also says that Donna also disappeared overnight when Ellis got stabbed. She did. I don't know if she wanted, you know. Now I don't know if she wanted Ellis to get stabbed. That was part of the plan or anything else like that. But Ellis did heal awful quick. Again, we haven't figured out why these people are healing so fast in this place. Right? Everyone seems to heal really fast. Why is that? What conditions do you have to have for stuff to be healing fast? Let's see if we can Google that and see if we can come up with that. The fast healing. Allow for fast healing. Nothing special here. I mean, everything that we know. Let me see. That's just one. Let me ask this. Let me do this. Let me. So we don't know. It does not say. We say hyperbolic chamber. Maybe it could be something like that. Well, Ricky Henderson, everyone knows Ricky Henderson is the man, right? I mean, I'm a New Yorker. New Yorker, you know Ricky Henderson, the Yankee. Hyperbolic chamber, something contained environment, though, I would say. You know what I mean? Something contained. And we've seen Victor's drawing with the dome over the city. It could be, I mean, I know y'all seen that show Under the Dome. It could be an under the dome situation. It could be something like that. You know what I mean? Percy said, I noticed that everyone Christy has treated is healing quickly. You know, yeah. Where does she get all this IV shit from? You know, what is an IV? Saline and stuff? She got IVs there. You don't just have these things, right? Those things just ain't around. You have these things. You don't just have these things. You know, you don't just have chapstick. Right? You don't have these things, but they seem to have all this stuff and everything. The ambulance. Ambulance ain't got that much. She been there for years. She been there for years. And she ain't like she's trying to like, it didn't seem like when she was saving Toby that she was trying to act like she was trying to only use certain amounts. She was like, hook him up to the IV. Our brother Fernandez T just gifted 5 more members to Teflon TV. We got 5 new members on the channel. Let's look at and find out exactly who these 5 new members are real quick. All right, real quick. It should be right here. Why does it always be doing? All right, we have new member is Nikisha Moore. I don't even see you in the chat, Nikisha Moore. You just back there. T, but thank you for being a member. Thank you for being in Rockwood. T is gifted a membership. Robert Saunders is that Liz Saunders' husband watching right now. Is his name Robert? I forgot. Thomas, you is in here, is now a member, and Black Dragoness is in here now a member, and everything else. Thank you so much for being a member. But yeah, you listen. I'm just saying. Listen, what I'm saying. When I say this, and I say this with the most due respect. You have to look at certain things, right? And that is, and thank you, Fernandez T, for gifting the memberships and everything else. Truly appreciate it. You know what I mean? You have to look at certain things. I just don't believe the story Donna told. She ran away. She got to. Now listen, we can put it in perspective and we can figure it out. These creatures don't actually run after you. They walk, right? They walk. So I guess you could skip away from these motherfuckers. I don't like that. You could actually skip away and get away. Now that I'm thinking about it. So it is possible to run away. It is possible. Now I forgot that they walk. I just remember I forgot they just walk after these motherfuckers. You can skip away. You can hop on 2 feet and get away. You can kangaroo your ass out of there if you wanted to. Right? If you wanted to. You can get away like that. Bastards. You can get away from these things and everything. So I guess that story is plausible. I still don't buy it though, Donna. I don't buy it, Donna. I'm not you can't fool the Donna. You can't fool the Donna. All right? That's not the way it goes, man. What was you going for? You said you remember what was in that picture with Donna and her sister? The one that had the one that was in the frame was the suspect. The one that was ripped on the side, the suspect, and everything else. Yeah, Donna's definitely suspect, man. I love Liz Saunders. Love her I love her person. When we talk about Donna, we just talking about Donna. We talk about Donna. I don't know, and everything else. I don't know if I can ride with her. Something's going on. Tyler saying. Tyler, like you the mold, Teflon. You figured it out. You figured it out. I am the goddamn mole. I am the mole. What up to Diane Levada, House Blackwood in the building, rocking with us. Spanish says, hey, I'm excited about the return of From. I'm glad to hear the protest and over and the show is coming back. Yes, we all are. Thank you for rocking with us. We truly appreciate it. Veronica W's like, hey, I made the live barely. Hey, we just started. We've only been here half an hour and everything else. No one's even called in. 518-290-084. Where's the voice of 916? Where's KP when it's supposed to be calling in? Nope, no love. I'm about to call myself and just call. Speak to myself up in here. Unicorn one. So happy to chat from again. So let's go through it. So we're talking a little bit more about Randle. I do think that Randle was right on that, but I think that this is what I think happened. Now, I don't think it was random that the 3 people that were chosen were these 3 people, right? Let's go through the people that were chosen that got bagged up with the it touches, it breaks, it steals. No one here is 3. They all come for 3 unless you hear the melody. Because it was weird. We seen it first it was Kenny, right? But he didn't get grabbed up. They picked up Julie. What is the connection with Julie? Why? What was Julie doing before they picked up? Can anyone remember exactly what Julie was doing before she got bagged up? I think to me, what up, Muhammad, my brother from another mother? I think that you needed someone from the Matthews family. Tabitha already had a storyline. You couldn't do it to Jim, and Ethan was too young. So I think Julie was there to scare you, to make you think that was that. It was Marielle is a connection with Kenny. See, Marielle was I think that Marielle was purposely brought there, right, to fuck up this relationship with Kenny and Chrissy. It's just too much of a coincidence. And I think that most of the people, everyone on the bus just was there because they were on the bus and they were just there. I think it was Marielle that they were after. They wanted to bring her in to fuck up this thing. Listen, Kenny was close to getting ass. He was close. And now Kenny ain't getting no ass. And we know Kenny ain't getting no ass, man. We know it. We know that. Jiu-Jitsu, man. We know you, Kenny. You ain't getting no ass, man. It ain't happening for you. That's the only reason why that chick is there. She serves no other purpose but to be a cock blocker for Kenny. That's it. That's the only reason why they're there, which lets you know that this is definitely an experiment because people is fucking with people's emotions. They were getting too happy. They let everybody else get ass. Everybody else in Colony House fucking smoking, doing everything. It's all good. As soon as Kenny got close, they said, no. Whoever's in control said, nah, we can't have this shit go down. Hell to the Dizzo. We ain't having this go down. Bring that Marielle up in here real quick. We gotta get this done right now. But what was she doing right before she got taken? And what was Randle? Randle, listen, if Donna is the mole, right? And they knew that Randle was on to them, they could do this to Randle. Number one, if he dies, you get rid of him. But now Randle's a number one believer, right? By doing that to Randle, he believes he's going to come back this season and believe everything. He was thinking that they were robots, right? He was thinking, asking questions. Did anyone ever see the bodies after they got killed? He was asking too many questions. And then he tried to expose Donna. But what that did was make it so now Randle's going to fall in line. And Donna had a prayer problem with Randle from the beginning, from the jump. As soon as she seen him, she said something's going on with this cat. Right? That's what it was. Right? So she could have sensed that, hey, this guy's gonna be a problem here. Now she plays it off like she's though he's a hothead and everything else, but if she could have seen that this is a type of guy, as Phil would say, who likes to play the hero, who likes to go out there and do things like that. Because remember, Randle was the one who jumped in there to save Jim. He was quick to go inside that house. Other people weren't willing to. I know people want to say Randle's a dickhead and everything else, but the fact is that Randle jumped in there to save that Jim. He jumped in that house. Other people weren't jumping in there. He was about it. He was like, let's get this going. Ask questions, right? If Julie was put in there, let's just say it wasn't for the Matthews family. By doing that, is it a way by doing that, it makes Jim stop doing what he was doing, right? When I think about it, Jim was over there. He tried to put the antenna on the roof. After that, he tried to attach the antenna to the drone. Maybe they needed a way to slow Jim down. Maybe they said, wait a second, Jim's getting too close. We got to slow Jim down. How we slow Jim down? We grab up his daughter, grab his family member, right? We do something to her. Now Jim's going to be more focused because what you're trying to do and what they want to do here, right? What they're trying to do is they're trying to get people to fall in line. They're trying to get people this to accept that they're there and stop trying to escape. Because everyone there was cool with it. Everyone there was eating pancakes in the morning, right? Everybody there was eating bacon and shit until Jim got there. And Jim and them got there. Jim is like, oh, hell no. I ain't staying here. I got to get the fuck out. There's got to be a way to do it, right? When Jade got there, Jade's like, I'm a billionaire. What the fuck I want to be here for? Riding on the bike. Everywhere. No. Something's going on. And again, we heard Jay say straight up that his first instincts was this was some type of escape room. And I think that he's right. I think he's right. This is some type of escape room. It is an escape room is something that's set up. And that's the key. This is set up. This is not natural. Someone set this whole thing up for this situation. Saying hello to everyone. It's been a minute, but I'm glad to see everyone is here and enjoying the podcast tonight. Shout out to my man, the Don. Teflon, Tony Teflon. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rocking with me, Don Lee. Appreciate that 100%. I believe that the living like mice in a cage. Yeah, you're 100% right. They definitely are. They said, they say it. He said, Jay said it straight up. He said, like rats, like mice in there. He said, but he said specifically, and you got to look at what Jay that he said. You got to listen to the words that came out of this man's mouth. He said specifically, they're like mice in a maze chasing cheese. And he isn't supposed to be the mice. He's the type of person that plants the cheese, right? That's what he specifically said. What is Jade? Jade is a scientist, right? Scientist or a tech guy or someone above normal intelligence, as he says, right? So you have to think that that's what's going on there. That something is going on with people with the intelligence like Jade who put these people in there. It's not supposed to be him, but he's in there. And again, he wasn't supposed to be in there. The only car that was supposed to be in there was the Matthews car. Jade's car was secondary. Wasn't supposed to be in there. They just wanted the Matthews. Now, why they wanted the Matthews, we don't know. But we can say that there has to be some connection with the bracelet. We've seen Victor's mom with the same exact bracelet that Tabitha had. So there has to be some connection between them with his bracelet. That's why they brought them in there. And Donna, her hands be in her pocket too much for me. I don't trust people with their hands in their pockets around me. Like if you ever come around Tony Teflon, you ever meet me in person, don't have your hands in your pockets, man. Like you can't just approach me with your hands in your pockets. Like I can't have that. You know what I mean? There's something going on here. You know what I mean? I can't see that. When your hand in your pockets that much, something going on, concealing something, some type of concealment, man. I can't have that. And what we saying is there was only 54 likes, 150 people watching live, and 50 likes. That's terrible. Y'all really gotta hit that like button, man. Come on, the Don be out here doing this for you, and everything else. You can do it like that. You see it, right? You see it. Our hands be in the pockets. This is not this. I ain't making that shit up. Her hands be up in them pockets. Hands be up in there. Why is this? What's going on there? Quantum Unicorn 1 says, it's not unicorn. I see the Q. I'm just saying it. Unicorn 1 says, quantum interdimensional pocket. Now you gotta listen. We just did the connection right here. We just talked about Donna with her hands in her pockets. That's the key. Telling you that is dimensional pockets, right? And listen, we're gonna break it down a little bit more. Her husband in real life, who could have been Saunders, that's a member now that's watching. It could be him. I don't know. I know his last name is Saunders. May not be a coincidence. She can be watching right now. Only they be watching the show. People be watching. They know Don. They know who I am. Right? He talked about pocket dimensions. You see that? Listen, we have put it all together. We put it all together right now. We just did it. The husband talked about pocket dimensions. And now we've seen Donna walking around with her hands in the pockets all the time. This is all something else dealing with the pocket dimensions. And now we got Unique Court saying quantum interdimensional pockets with reality bleeding into each other caused by a hadron collider. All right, you gotta come in here all scientific for. No, I appreciate it. I don't understand that whole situation. I don't understand all that. But so I can't tell you if you're right or wrong. But I will say that it is something going on. This is that pocket theory. Listen, I'm gonna come out with a video with the pocket theory. Right? If you see anybody else drop a video with the pocket theory, you know that they stole that from me, right? We get this thing popping. And listen, it's not a coincidence. It may not be a coincidence. I know it sounds funny. It really does. I ain't saying it don't, but it may not be as coincidental as you think, because they make a deliberate effort of her having her hands in her pockets. Deliberate, because she holds them out and everything else. And all that. So that's what it and everything else, right? And all that good stuff. All right. Let's keep going here. Gym skills might come in handy when they reach the train, being a roller coaster. What train are we talking about here? We have a train in here? All right, let's go through it. All right, so it's a particle accelerator that theorists claim could open up. All right, so know what a particle accelerator is, and they claim that they could open a black hole. I don't know if that would constitute for this show, opening a black hole or anything like that. Particle accelerator, I'm with that. I don't know how that would factor in or anything else like that. But I do believe that what you were dealing with here is a wormhole. You're dealing with wormhole technology that Jade wrote the algorithm for, and they figured out how to make it into wormhole technology all the way in the future. And that the Jade's it's Jade's fault that all this happened, because he is the one who made that in an indirect way. It's his quantum computing thing that he got paid for that did that and everything else. Oh, look, we got a super chat from the beautiful Mika Lee. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. It's like, what's up? Sup? Had some. Did you have some? I'm going to go on a limb and say she does. Now, I want y'all to be thinking that I'm over here trying to toot my own horn. All right. I'm going to go on a limb and say she means handsome. Tony Teflon, she don't mean handsome. She mean handsome. You know, I'm going to go on a limb and say she mean handsome. Don't. And the girl got good taste. All right. God damn it. She got good taste. All right. And that's what it is. So let's not. Thank you for rocking with us, baby girl. Appreciate you rocking with us and everything else. I'm not gonna. Yeah, Faptology. Yes, I have watched the full 3 body problem. I've done that. I watched that and everything else. This is Tony like Kenny. He ain't had some. I would say, truthfully, you're right. I have not. And truthfully, 100%, I have not. Not in a while. No. I'm not in the I'm not gonna get into that stuff, but no, I'm not into this casual stuff right now. I'm trying to find someone to be with, so it gotta be special. That's what black hole theories are conspiracies. They don't have any evidence, but wormhole sounds better. Thank you very much. See, there we go. I tell you, it's wormhole technology we're dealing with. That's how everyone's getting here. That's what it is, and all that stuff. No, this is not going to be an after dark show. I'm not going to talk about that and everything else like that. You know what I mean? AK, I'm not gonna get into that right now. I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, Quinn is amazing. I know he's basically his channel is now a science fiction channel. So I know he's read all those books. I haven't read those books or anything like that and all that. I may give my opinions on that later, but right now we're talking about the number one show on television. That is From. Make sure that you go, if you haven't watched From, that you have the MGM Plus app. You subscribe to that app. You go on Instagram. You follow all the actors. You go on Twitter. You follow these actors. And when you do, you tell them the Don Tony Teflon sent you and everything else. You know what I mean? Do that. Do that. Make sure you do that. Let's keep going on this topic of dealing with Jim and everything else. Oh, we got a super sticker from Mika. Thank you so much. We truly appreciate that. 100%. Thank you so much for the super sticker. Got nothing but Toon Grove for you. Is like, where is Phil? Phil was feeling a little under the weather today. So, but maybe he's in there lurking, watching. He knows Phil is a part of Teflon TV. So I don't have to invite him. He could just come on at any time. He could just pop on, and Phil, LMR, Bridge 4 are all members of this channel, so they can just pop on at any time. They don't need an invite. They always have the invite, so I don't have to send them a link or anything else like that and all that good stuff. Speaking about sending links, we'll try the link send thing because maybe y'all just scared to call, and that's what it is. So I will take the link. I will put the link in the chat if someone just wants to hop on, ask a question quick. It's not a hangout. You can chill with me the whole night. This is just for you to come on, say a couple of things you got to say, and jump off and everything else. And all that good stuff, if you want to. Or you can call the number that we have here, 518-290-0848. You can call that number, and you can get on that way, too. Either way. All right, let's keep going on and everything else. When dealing with Jim, I think that I think he has to make it there. But if Jim makes it over there, right? If Jim makes it to the lighthouse, Boyd makes it to the lighthouse. All right, they both wind up at this lighthouse. Jim has to think then, right? Because his whole thing that Jim was saying was the antenna could not get enough, couldn't get the signal it wanted because it was under the trees. But as we've seen in that lighthouse, it's almost in the clouds. It's so high up in there. So if Jim is able to get there, will he be able to connect the antenna to the lighthouse? Therefore, get his machine to actually work. What do y'all think about that? Do you think that's the way they're going to go with it? Because that has been his whole thing from the beginning, correct? And we look at his whole thing, he's just been trying to get an antenna above the tree line. If he goes to that lighthouse, he's way above the tree line. And then he can get his antenna. He don't need no drone. He doesn't need anything. He could hook the antenna up there. And then after he hooks the antenna up there, maybe then he can get that signal that he's looking for. Listen, I think we figured it out, man. Don Tony Teflon. Let's figure it out right now. And we got 5 more memberships gifted by the beautiful Miss Washington, who put that out there. Let's take a look and see who these 5 new members are right now. Okay, why does it always make me have to reboot it? All right, let's go through them. And I will take that super chat in a second. I see I got, why is this thing so small? Wait a second, one second. Why is it being mean to me? We got Glenn Carter is now a member. The Stella Napster is a member. B is now a member. TD is now a member. I think I got them all. Yep, that is all. Thank you so much for all the new memberships. Let's take this. We got some super. We got some chats here. OW Says, just wanted to say thank you for your content. Truly appreciate it. And I really hope they give us some answers. Any answers. See, yeah, they will. Because I don't think it's gonna go past 5 seasons. So I think in the end, we're in the home stretch. And it sucks and it's good at the same time because the show is gonna end. And this season 3 will be, the halfway point. Then we'll have 2 seasons left. I can't see it going over 5. I would love for it to go with 8 seasons, but 5 seasons is a very long time, and I could see it going 5. So they have to, because even let's just say like this, and we think about it like a network would think. Hopefully, the show gets more popular, and I think it is gaining popularity now that it's on Netflix and all over in Europe and all that, and under the title Origin. It's over there. I think it's going to gain a whole lot of new fans and a big boost in popularity. I don't see it going under. But let's just say that it didn't get the viewership it needed. They would end it then in season 4. But I think that when it goes down, it's going to be 5 seasons and stuff because of that, right? So this will be like the halfway point where you'll get pretty much a lot of answers that you're looking for, but not everything. That way, if something bad did happen, they would be able to end it in season 4. But I do believe it's not going to go bad. I think it's going to be more popular than they ever thought that it's ever been. And then it goes down after that. And thank you so much again for gifting those 5 memberships. We truly appreciate it and everything. So yeah, I would say that's what it'll be. It'll be 5 seasons in the end. I can't see it going over that. Again, I would love for it to go. Now listen. There's always the chance that it gets so popular that the network, again, when you look at MGM and they have a bunch of shows on there, there's no other shows on there popping right now for them. This is the only show they got. The other shows they got, I've watched them. The Godfather of Harlem is over. That was a good show. The Winter King is it's okay. It's not the best. That's not a popping show. Beacon 29 or wherever it's called, that's not popping. I don't even know if it's going to get another season after this one. Billy the Kid is not popping. This is it. This is their goose, the golden egg. You know what I mean? So they may put so much money in these people's pockets that they say, listen, we need you to keep going with this. Or maybe they do a prequel series or something else, depending on how this ending goes and stuff, So I don't know if it works without Harold, though, the show. I don't know if it could be this type. So how it goes, but I see it going 5 seasons in there, and that would be it. Jesse says the bartender mentioned the magic tower for no reason when the house collapsed. Did he? I have to go back and listen and see if he did mention the magic tower. Does Tony not hear the ringer again? I'm thinking, is that the case? Let's figure this out. I'm gonna call it myself and see if that's the case. Could be. Let me see. If it was KP, he would have came on and said that 290-0848.
Hello. Please state your name after the tone, and Google Voice will try to connect you.
The Don Tony Teflon. Don't hear it ringing. It's not. All right. I see it, but there's something going on. All right. 1 second. It's not ringing. It is not ringing for some reason here. Maybe people have been calling in. But it definitely wasn't ringing. I could see that the call was coming in, but I couldn't hear it. All right, this is why. This is why. All right, that now that should be it. It should be fixed now. If anyone was calling in, I'm sorry. I didn't hear the ring. The ringer was not working. You were definitely correct, but it's fixed now. So someone calls in now. I should be able to hear it. But thank you, Jackie. See, yes, it definitely. KP ain't even in the chat, so I don't even know if he's here anymore. And man, Double S is saying that the little boy is a key. 100%. All right, now we can hear. Let's go back. I don't know who this is. Let's see. You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. Who's this?
Just Genius Art.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
I don't know. I couldn't hear that. Were you? Didn't hear that person. Did you hear that person? Did you hear it? I didn't hear it. Maybe something else is going on with the sound. Wait a second. Wait a second. Microphone, speakers. Oh, all right. Yeah, this has to be turned to this too. All right. All right. It should be fixed. You did hear you heard them? I didn't hear them. I couldn't hear them. Now tell them to call back. Did they say something crazy? They called back. It was messed up. If you could call back, I can hear you now. I had to change some settings. I don't know why the settings would change. Well, wait a second here. Why would that be like that? All right. There we go. All right. It's good to go. Now, if you call back, I should be able to hear you. Super great. Our Gun Review says, did they announce when season 3 is being released yet? No, they did not. No, they didn't. All right, let's try this one more time and see if it's someone actually trying to call. All right. You're on with the
Call from
Justin Perry, Just Genius Art.
To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
All right. You're on with the Don Tony Teflon. What's going on?
Hey, how you doing, Don? This is Justin. This is Just Genius.
Oh, what's going on, man?
Good to hear from you.
How's everything, man? How you doing?
I'm doing very well, man. I'm doing very well. How you doing?
I'm rocking. We here doing it. Make sure everyone can hear you in the chat. I do believe they can hear you in the chat, so everything is all good. What's going on, man? What you like to say?
Say hello, chat. Hey, firmly. Yeah, I just want to jump right into it. With Jim and Randle, if Randle is coming back around and believing in the whole magic, or excuse me, not magic, aliens and monsters and every supernatural, everything that's going on, do you think that him and Jim would try that drone again? Because I think he kind of sabotaged that a little bit. I don't think he ever really let it go as high as it was supposed to.
Yeah, I think that if Jim finds the tower, I think that solves all those problems, right? So if Jim goes there after Tabitha, he's higher than the tree line. We've seen it when Tabitha was there. It's way higher than the tree line, the lighthouse. That's what he's trying to get over. So I think if Jim finds that tower searching for Tabitha, there he goes. He can just hook up the antenna inside the lighthouse, if it's going to work, it's going to work there.
You think he will leave his daughter and his son to go find that tower, even try?
Yeah, I think no doubt. I think he'll leave him with Kenny's mother. I think he trusts Kenny's mom.
Yeah,
he does trust Donna. I mean, when the whole thing went down, he told Julie, "Listen to Donna, stay with Donna, listen to her." Right? So he trusts them, and it's going to be his priority to find his wife more than anything. He's going to want to find her. Right. And if he tells them, "Listen, I'm going off to find your mother. Stay put. I need you to take care of your brother," then I see that it working out like that.
Okay. Okay. And I just got one more about Randall. Do you think that well, what do you think about him coming back and waking up and how he would be treated by everyone, you know, his attitude before and what has just happened to him? Like, I don't think is anybody going to be trying to take care of him or look after him? I feel like Jim might be the only person that checks in on him.
Yeah, no one knows exactly what he did, right? It's all about how many people know what he did. And not many people
Oh,
know the
yeah.
deal, you know what I mean? So I think that he may come back and he may be the best citizen you ever seen. He may kiss Donna's ass and everything else up in there, you know what I mean? Just to
Yeah,
trying to
facts.
be as
Yeah.
nice because now he gonna be a true believer and stuff, you know. So he might just be the best person in Colony House you ever see because he was out there sleeping by himself, you know, in the truck and everything in the
Yeah,
bus.
very independent.
But now he may come back around. Now he's gonna be up in there doing everything else and all that stuff, you know.
Team player all of a
All this,
sudden.
yep. You get scared, you know. It's like that scared straight shit. You remember scared straight back in the day when the kids up?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. That's what happened. That's what they did to his
Okay.
ass. They did some scared
I
straight.
got you. They got him up against the wall. You think this is a game? You
Mm-hmm.
think we playing games? Yeah, I got you. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
facts. That's facts.
that's what
Yeah, they
happened.
had him on the ground. Man, I appreciate your time, brother. It was
I,
great to hear from you. I'm excited for the book. I'm excited for everything that's coming out, especially from. And always loving it, always loving the energy and vibe and just, you know, everybody that's in the chat as well. Really appreciate you, man. Great stuff.
appreciate you. Thank you for calling in, man. Call back anytime.
Man, you take care, man. I appreciate that.
All
Happy
right.
April.
All right. Yes, sir. One love.
One love.
See, it ain't hard to call in. It's calling out. Now we got it all fixed out. And if you want, just call in and everything else. You know what I mean? And that's what it is. But can we do an after dark stream for the House of the Dragon? Hey, what do you want me to dress up like Corliss Valerian? I dress up like Corliss. If someone gonna dress up like Rhaenys, I'm with it. I'm about that life. I can say it. You know, when he feels what it's like to be with a woman, all that will go away. I can run that. You know, I can run it and everything else. Let's go through it right here. Chicago made Game of the Year. So can Julie be Eloise and Tabitha be Victor's mom? And Victor is Ethan from an alternate reality. Combo with time travel aliens are grabbing the same people. This is crazy. I'm saying it. I can't tell you not that when you want to deal with interdimensional stuff, the problem I would say with this is that it would just be the ages don't work, right? So if they were going to do that and they really wanted you to believe that these were these people, I think they would all have to, the ages would have to match in some way. You know what I mean? And that's the only way. And when I look at Tabitha, can't be Victor's mom. We've seen Victor's mom. Victor's mom is a white woman. Tabitha is of Hispanic descent. She's got a really thick accent. You know, Victor's mom had no accent. It just don't work. That for that reason, it just don't work for me. You know what I'm saying? So that would be the number one thing why I couldn't go with it. And I would think that they would have to, if they were going to do it, they would have to have, especially you want people to believe it. You got to have the people that are close to the same age and everything else and all that. That's the way I would see it. It's what but it could alternate dimensions. I believe I'm with you, and I do believe they be pulling people, the same people from alternate dimensions. But I think it's the same people that they're pulling in. They run the experiment. If they don't get the results, they pull in the same people again. You know what I mean? From a different dimension. They run the experiment. If they don't get the results they're looking for, they'll pull the same people in there. The Matthews, Jade, and Victor seem connected in some way. I think they're all connected, but not by blood. You know what I'm saying? It ain't bloodlines and stuff. I don't think it's a situation like that at all. Oh, did I say that? No, I just hope no one thinks I said something crazy today. I didn't say anything crazy, right? No, I just everything is good, right? All right. Y'all gotta stop me from saying stuff. You know, I'll be saying, I'll be talking off the cuff sometimes and everything, right? Blowing out the light source of the lighthouse would stop everything, like how Boyd can switch realities when he lit the torch. That's why the boy in white pushed Tabitha. Quite possibly. Quite possibly. It quite possibly could be that. I think you're on to it, but I think you're off by a little bit. But quite possibly that you're close to it, 100%, and everything. 100%. I think you're very close. I don't think it's exactly what you're saying, but I think it's close. The boy in white, when he pushed out, he said it had. This is the only way, is the words that came out of his mouth. I'm sorry, but this is the only way. Right? Now, he could have said, bitch, get your ass from up in my house. Right? He could have did that. He could have did that. He could have said, bitch, get up out of my house. What are you doing up in here? He could have did that. He could have threatened her to go run around, to leave and shit. Tabitha was scared of the little kids. So another little kid could have scared her back out of there. But he said, this is the only way. And he pushed her out the window to a fall that it's impossible to survive if you're falling from that height. I don't care who you are, what you are, you Humpty Dumpty when you hit that ground. Right? It's above the tree line, almost in the clouds when you was up there. Right? No way to survive that. So what exactly is going on here? Said this is the only way. What happened then when she jumped up? It seemed like, it seemed like this is the only way I could snap you back to reality, right? Back to what it really is going on, like you're like out of the zone that you're in. Like I have to scare you enough. Like, let's just say, if you wanted to say this was a dream or a nightmare, like have you ever had one of those nightmares where you try to actually open your eyes or dream? Usually it happens in nightmares. And you can actually feel yourself trying to open your eyes, but you can't open your eyes. Has that ever happened to, and it has happened to me multiple times. I don't know if it's that, maybe I'm weird, but I don't think so. I think anything that happens to anybody has happened to other people. No one's special. So if you ever had one of those nightmares where you tried to open your eyes and you couldn't open your eyes, but you're trying to, and you actually know that, like, I'm trying to open my eyes, I can feel myself, my eyes will not open. All right. It could be a scaring situation where you get so afraid, like say that number one thing, like, right, well, they will tell you when you're in a dream, right, and you're falling, you never hit the ground. Like, it's another thing, right? Like when you're in a dream and you get falling from whatever it is, you never actually see yourself hit the ground. You never hit the ground. You usually wake up, right? Before that happens, you wake up before you actually hit the ground. What would be the difference than if this is what happened to Tabitha? That Tabitha woke up before she hit the ground, right? And found herself in this hospital. You know, it could be a situation like that. That could be what's going on here. And the boy in white's like, listen, this is the only way. The only way I could actually wake you up and put you back in a... Listen, if all these people that are in there, everyone that we see in this place are connected, like in some room, sleeping under some type of situation, would not surprise me. And you have to go through this trauma in order something like that to wake your ass up. That one got all right, 6-1.
Call from.
Christian.
To accept, press 1. To send a voice.
What's going on? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. Who are we speaking to?
Hi, Don. This is Christian.
What's going on,
A big
Christian?
fan of yours.
Oh, I appreciate it.
Hey, just watching the live stream and everything, and I kind of wanted to put my 2 cents on the whole lighthouse thing. My mom and I kind of have a theory about this.
Okay.
Victor said that he's got a sister and everything, and
Yes.
he mentioned that he found his mom's body,
Yep.
but he never mentioned about finding his sister's body.
Yes.
So I'm kind of thinking that whether Tabitha is actually out in the real world or not, what if Tabitha finds a Victor's sister, and they somehow try to track their way back to getting to the from land?
I think that's exactly what's going to happen. I think.
Oh, awesome, man!
Yeah, I've said it on this channel many times. Made a whole video on it, a couple of videos on it. That I think that.
Oh, awesome, man!
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. I mean, he specifically says, you hear him say 100% that this is where my mom's body was, but the mom. So what I think happened was that guy who was trying to kill them, the sister ran after Victor's mom.
Yeah,
she pushed the daughter through the faraway tree and stayed there and got killed. The daughter made her way up to the light tower, and the daughter escaped. And I do believe that the daughter is going to be like a nurse or someone in there that Tabitha is going to run into. And also, when you look at, Victor gave her the lunch pail. The lunch pail has the pictures that Eloise drew in it. It also has the crayon that Eloise used as a crayon that Eloise used to draw with. So I think that would snap her out of it and let her know, like, yeah, there's something's going on. Because I think that when she finds her, that she's not going to believe, even know who she really is, or that she has a brother or anything else like that. And also the bracelet that Tabitha wears is the same bracelet that her mother had. So I think she will find her in the real world.
Now, I did miss the episode where you kind of touched on this. Do you think Tabitha is actually out, or do you think that this is like some kind of like second level kind of thing?
It's hard to say. It really is. It's hard to say. It's again, we were just talking about it a little bit ago. If this was some type of, I mean, the boy in white said specifically, this is the only way. Only way to what? To snap her out of it. If that's the case, then that means that most of these people are probably laid up somewhere with some type of device that's keeping them thinking they're in this reality, and they're really not.
Isn't that crazy? It could go like technology. It could go like government experiments, and I mean, this could go either way, and it's a little frustrating that we don't know just quite yet. but man, it might glued.
Yeah, no, we can't. I mean, I know everyone wants to. That's the best part. I know everybody wants all the answers, but when you get the answers, it's really trying to figure it out more than the answers themselves when they come. Right? To me, that's what makes it special and everything else. So I want some, but I don't want them all. You know what I mean? I think we're going to get some this season, but if these aliens or the people, I do believe it's people that are holding alien hostage and holding these people hostage using alien technology, doing these experiments. I think that's what's going on. And only way she's gonna find her way back in there, it's either one or two ways. Either she finds her way back in there, some type of, all right, so we gotta look at this. Is it real? Is it not? It's hard to say. Either she's gonna find another type of faraway tree situation, wormhole thing, and she finds her way back in there. That still does not explain why the boy in white pushed her out the window. So you would have to think that somehow these people are locked up somewhere and they're being experimented on, all in some type of, maybe like if it was some Oculus Quest type situation on their head or something that they don't know about. You know what I mean? Some type of game or anything like that.
Yeah, I've also wondered if you die in here, do you snap back into the real world too? Because if it is an experiment, and let's just say you die, do you come out of like some kind of pod or something like that where they're testing everybody?
Yeah.
Or you know what I mean? Like there's so many questions and so many theories, but
yeah, no, listen. Boyd's wife said those exact words, right? He said, everyone here, this is a nightmare, and I'm shooting these people to wake them up out of the nightmare. That's what she said. That's the reason why she was doing it, right? That was her theory.
Gotcha.
That
Yeah.
was the theory. That's why she was doing it. And then before she could shoot Ellis, that's when Boyd shot her. I don't think they say things
Gotcha.
to throw things away. I think they say it
Oh, for sure.
for reasons. And again, the trauma killing someone, maybe it woke him up. The boy in white says specifically, this is the only way. He pushes her out the window. And again, if you're dreaming and people in dream, it's the shock of hitting the ground before you hit the ground that wakes you out of the dream. Now all of a sudden she's awake.
Yeah.
All right. So
Well, yeah.
could it be
Yeah.
that's what we're
That's
dealing
awesome,
with?
man. I'm glad I got to kind of pick your brain a little bit, man. I'll keep watching the live stream and yeah, man. It was, like I said, it was great to talk to you.
Hey, great to talk to you. Tell your moms I said what up, man. Have her join the live stream too, and keep cracking them theories away, man. Call in anytime.
Sounds good, man. Thank you so much.
All right, man. Peace out. That's what it is. Listen. It starts. You got to start thinking that these people is got some type of Oculus Quest headset on, or something on their head, and they're laid up. Again, if you look at shows that we have done on this channel, let's go through them real quick. Right? We've done the show though at the Peripheral. Right? I don't know if y'all were here when we did the show, the Peripheral, but what was that? The Peripheral was like a gaming headset that put you in a different world. The world was real though in the Peripheral. It was like the future put you in, right? You were able to jump into the future and everything else in it. So it wasn't like it was a fake world. It was a real world, but it didn't put you physically in it. You had like an avatar that was in that world, and you were able to put your avatar, your mind into that avatar, into the future, right? Say we're not dealing with something like that. Now, don't say, who's to say this is not what we're doing here? I mean, it makes more sense that that's what it is when we look at everything. When we look at Boyd's wife, what she said, we look at everything. We look at Martin and everything he was saying to Boyd when he was in there. It looks like that's what it could be. More than anything, that these people could just all be in it. The kids look all ghastly and ghouly and everything. But in the end, when Jade found those kids, though they were on slabs saying a cooey, a cooey, a cooey, what was happening was they were being experimented on, right? I mean, take away the look of the kids, take away them being on slabs of rocks in a circular formation. In the end, it was an experiment, right? For whatever reason. Look at Fatima. All of a sudden, Fatima, she can't get pregnant. It's supposed to be no way that she's able to get pregnant. Now all of a sudden she's pregnant. Is she really pregnant? Is this the Matrix? Is that what we're dealing with? Veronica's like, we will meet you. I hope you will meet me at the con. I hope you all will meet me at the con. It'll be amazing. I can't wait. But who really got out? Who would believe them? You may get out of that world. Let's just say it like this. Say this is the case, that it's the trauma, something you get killed or whatever, you get killed, and then you get out. That wakes you up and snaps you back into reality. There's no guarantee that when you get snapped back in reality, that they're going to keep you alive in reality. They may kill you as soon as you get out to prevent you from talking, right? They may just take you right out right then. To prevent you may snap out of reality. Up, he's out, bye, take him out. And put somebody else up in there. Because it seems like these people are actually missing from the real world. So somehow they're missing. How do you get missing? Well, I've told you before. You get abducted. That's how it happens. You get abducted. That's what's happening to these people. They're being abducted. But I think the twist, and I think it would be too easy to say this aliens abducting them and they're running experiments. I think the twist is that the aliens have also been abducted, and it's human beings that are running these experiments on these people using the aliens' technology, aliens' DNA, and all that stuff. That's what I believe is going on here and everything. I mean, we look at this chick behind me, right? She looks very nice, sexy, with a little J and a megaphone. Varicose veins all over the place. She needs some laser surgery on them legs. She do. There's lasers that get rid of that girl. Lasers will get, and that overbite, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what to tell you on that. I don't know. But you know, the varicose veins, they can help you with. They can help you with that. You know what I'm saying? they can help you with that. But shorty, you know, you gotta look at them. They're sleeping in the caves, these creatures, right? Sleeping in the caves. They come out. It seems it's just too planned. It seems like it's like a game, and these are the rules of the game. And you can't go in the house when, like, listen, let's go through it. What if these people, let's just say they're all avatars real quick. What if these people that are right here, say this person right here, this girl right here, what if she's somebody in the real world? And when they're sleeping, like, it's a game. You're not allowed. Look, listen, if you ever played, there's a Jason game, right? Forgot the name of it, but where you can be actually Jason, right? Came out a couple of years ago or something, where certain people pretend and they're the people who have to survive, and then someone else plays as Jason, and Jason has to go and track them down and kill them, and they try to run and they try to hide, and then they go out there and they try to kill them, right? What if that's what's going on? It's a situation like that. And these creatures, yeah, they're taking the form. Maybe that's their avatar. The avatar, the one guy wants to be a milkman, so he takes the avatar of the milkman. One girl wants to be a cheerleader, so she takes the avatar of the cheerleader. Another person wants to be an avatar of a married woman in the thing, so you take that avatar. And then they go in there, and the rules are to the game that you can't go inside these houses if they have the talisman, but you can try to talk people into entering and everything else. What if that's what's going on here? And that would solve why these people are from all these different persuasions in life, why they're all in these crazy costumes. Maybe some sick guy who's like, I wouldn't say he's sick, but what if some guy's like, hey, I remember the milkman was in my house a lot when my father wasn't home. So I'm going to take the persona of the milkman. And that was the thing. That was back in the day, that was like a thing. Like, could be a milkman's baby. Like that was like a thing. Like it wasn't like it was it was a known thing. Like, I bet you if you ask Harold, he would know that. Like, people used to say, is that your baby or the milkman's? Because the milkman, it was a big job back then. They used to deliver milk to everybody's in glass bottles. Like I remember when I was a baby, like not baby, but old enough to remember milk in glass bottles being delivered to my house. I remember that. We used to have a little canister outside of the apartment door, and they used to get milk delivered there. I remember this. It's not like that stuff was so many years ago, like in the 50s or something like that. They were delivering milk, stopped probably in the mid 80s, delivering milk. And it was a big thing, the milkman's baby, right? So maybe this is why the people are dressed up. It makes sense, and it actually solves everything in one stroke if this is the case. All right. Now, I know people want to come up with elaborate theories and talk about a whole bunch of different things, but if you wanted to actually put a button on everything, all right, you could easily say that these are all avatars for everybody. Everyone's locked up, and this is what it is, and this is what it seems like, and everything else, and it's just a game. It's just a straight game, and that's it. Now, would that be a satisfying ending? Is what you would have to ask yourself. Would you be happy if they came and that was actually what was going on here? I mean, that would be on you, how you would feel. But I could see it going down. I could easily see it going down like that. Easily see it going 100% like that. And all that. Call in 518-290-0848. We will go for another half an hour. If I have to go to the gym in the morning, I go to the gym at 5 a.m. So I can't stay up too much later and everything else. But listen, any of you do have an Oculus Quest and you play a game called Demio Battles, let me know, because I'm on there playing Demio Battles all the time. Wolfspear, say it's an elaborate escape room. I mean, it would be. It would be an elaborate escape room. That's what it'd be. I mean, they basically, Jada said it. It wouldn't be out of left field. They would have answered these questions for you already. You'd be able to say, and again, I always say this straight up. I say, like, they give you the answers in the first episode, 2 episodes. You get it. They always tell you the answers in these episodes. What's going down, right? Game of Thrones. If you want to look at Game of Thrones, like, oh, Game of Thrones. How, Tony Teflon, did Game of Thrones give you the answer? They showed you the direwolves, right? They showed you the direwolves, and they showed you that the direwolf was killed by the stag. And what happened? The stag killed Ned Stark, right? Robert Baratheon is responsible for Ned dying because he brought him down there, right? They show you these things and all this stuff, everything. Jesse says, what if the boy is not a boy? Well, clearly, Sarah said that in the thing, that she doesn't think he's a boy when she talked about the boy in white. She goes, I don't believe he's a boy. Exact words. He's not a boy. He's a grown-ass man. I showed you the picture of him. It's in the entrance sequence. You see him with his bald hair and everything else. I'm not busting on people bald in the hair. I ain't got no hair. I'm bald myself. But I'm saying that's what was drawn. And that's what it is. Chicago says, if time travel is a part of it, can Julie be Victor's mom coming back as a teen? No. Julie, Victor's mom. Try and look at the hair color. I mean, I can't tell you that that you can't be. Can't say that you can't be. I don't know though. You know, I like Scott. You know, I do. I think Scott's the guy who plays, but he's mad cool. I don't know if he would look like he was Julie's kid. I don't know if that would be the case. You know what I mean? I don't know if that would be it. And people ask the age. The actor who plays Victor is like 50 years old. He told me, Scott, when he came on. And I don't think Tabitha's a little bit younger. I mean, listen. Could it be? Yes, 100%. I can't tell you that it can't be. I don't know if that's the way it would be. I mean, that makes more sense than Tabitha being Victor's mom, because at least she looks white, you know. What is HIIT? HIIT is high interval training. I do HIIT 4 days a week myself, but my HIIT is I just do boxing and stuff, but boxing is a form of HIIT. So, but yeah, but that's what HIIT is. She's 42 years old. Is she 42? The actress who plays that, is she really 42? I thought she'd be a little bit older than that. No, she only for how old is the actor who Jim plays Jim? How old is he? Eon Bailey. Let's say exactly. I don't know. I thought they'd be older than that. You know, I think, but I do think Victor is the oldest one in 50, so they would be in their 40s and stuff. 42, great. 42 is great. 42 ain't old. 54 is not old at all. People have I used to think that way about age myself. Like when you hear them ages and stuff, you think it's old, but my father passed away at 50, and you think it's old when you're younger and but when you close in on those ages yourself, you realize that it's really not that old at all. I mean, if 50 was old, that means middle age would be 25 years old, and 25 is not middle age, right? So 50 is not old. I would say 50 is about middle age, and then you probably should live about 30 to 35 years more if everything goes right. Yeah, I think you will get some revelations. We went through it on the last episode of the casting call and everything else, and Tabitha being out there. And again, that proves Tabitha's in the real world with the people with the cell phones, with everything else like that. People, the YouTube, the influencers, and all that stuff. It proves that she's in. It really does look like. Now I'm thinking about it. Looks like this is just going to be a fucking. It's going to be a sim. It's going to be a whole simulation. Like all this isn't real at all, man. That's what it's going to be in the end. I think that this could be avatars of these people in there. I think this is what it is. It explains too much. Again, and I will say this as someone who does this, it's for a living, basically, right? Who does this. When you think of theories and you think of productions and everything else, the simplest answer is usually the right answer. When you come up with a whole bunch of elaborate things like that, that's when it's wrong. I'm telling you, I've been through it. I know that the simplest answer usually is the right answer. And that's what it is. And again, you can see it. Like, I'm from Queens. You can see Queens. That's what the tattoo says right there, Queens, because that's where I'm from. Representing all the time, New York. You know how we do. And that's what it is. Yeah, I think this is what's going to be, man. I think it's a good chance that this is some avatar. Like, it explains everything. Would that be good for you? Would you be happy with that ending if this was all this avatars and all this whole, and this was just all people? Would y'all be happy with that? Can I put that poll? Let me know in the chat. Would y'all be happy with that ending if you found out that that's what this was all fake? It was all this some type of these are all avatars for people, and they were just all running some type of simulation. Would you be happy with that type of? I mean, it was the Matrix. Everyone was happy with the Matrix like that, right? There was no problem with the Matrix of what was going on. You know what I mean? Everyone thought that was what it was and everything else. You lived there and all that, but in reality, you were just, just a battery, and they just kept you pacified in there. Tara Lauren, I don't know if I've ever seen your name before. I think the hospital is a part of some simulation. Is a part? It would be a part of it. I think that it would be. I think she'd have woken up like it's all like she got cuts on her face and everything else. Think about it. Let's go through it. Let's be honest about it. Look at that. People in here, they're healing much faster than they ever healed before, right? They were all in an accident. If you look at Tabitha, the Tabitha's face in the hospital, it looks like she was in some type of car accident. right? They may have really been in the car accident and then taken and experimented on. So if she's waking up from the car accident, this is what her face actually looks like. But in the simulation, all of them is good. Only one who got hurt was Ethan. And all of a sudden, Ethan's leg healed up really fast. You know, if you're in a car accident, you would think all that face. Like Tabitha was unconscious in that car accident. She came out with no scars on her face whatsoever, right? But you would think if she was actually in a car accident, that this is what her face would look like, the way it looks like when she's in the hospital. So they may have picked her up from the car accident and grabbed her up and put her in this whole device and the whole family up in there, and this is what it is. Screw your feelings says, what was it the accident from in? Was it the accident from in the town or outside? Oh, so it would have to be the car accident that she got into if she had this. It wouldn't be from falling out of the tower, if that's what you're asking. Because listen, there's nothing left of you. If you fell from that height, higher than the trees, right? And you look how high she is when she looks out that window. If she fell from that height and hit the floor, there's nothing left of you. Your body would disintegrate. It would be, I don't want to be graphic about it, but I'm going to be. You would, if you want to know what would happen to your body if you fell from that height, go get some chopped meat and take the chopped meat and throw it off the 6-story building and look at the floor. That's what would happen to your body if you fell from that. That's what it would be. That's all that would be left. There wouldn't be anything recognizable about anybody. It wouldn't just be a couple of scars on your face. It would just be a wet spot on the floor. That's what would happen if you fell from a height like that. So, no, those marks on her face look like that she's in there, that, you know, that this is what it is. 100%. You know that. Listen, the boy in white could be Victor's avatar. Right? That could be the boy in white. Could be Victor in real life. You know what I mean? It could be the avatar. You don't know. It could be something else. It could be someone trying to who knows about the experiment, right? The boy in white could be someone who was down with these scientists, escaped, knows how to break into this simulation, and is coming in the simulation in a different room. Like the boy in white could be like a Neo situation. I'm not saying he's Neo, could be like a Neo trying to help everybody to get the hell out of here. Just up in there. That could what it be. That's what it could be, and it could be Victor in the end. It could be Victor. Victor, listen. Now you got me going all crazy and stuff. All right. Now I'm about to make a whole video on this whole situation, because I think now I may have figured this shit out right now with y'all. Y'all help me with this. Yeah, that's what I need y'all. I may figure this whole thing out right now. Man, I got it. I got it. Karma says, then why does he push everyone out of the tower? We don't know how many people he pushed out that tower. I don't think it's a conga line of people like going up there. Doom, 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 doom. I don't know if it's like that. But again, we talked about it a little bit earlier. If you're in a dream and you need to be awakened from the dream, usually it's a tragic situation. If you fall in your dream, you never see yourself hit the ground, but that's what wakes you and snaps you out of it. He says specifically, I'm sorry, but this is the only way. I got to scare your ass like you've never been scared before. Pushes her out the window, and now she wakes up. So that could be the reason why it all happened. And that's why he pushed her out the window. I mean, I think this is what, I mean, in the end, it seems like right now, this thing is figured out. I think this is what it has to be. Listen, I think this is, what else could it be? What else can we be dealing with? What makes sense that wraps this thing up in a bow neatly? This wraps everything up in a bow and everything else. I'll do the video. I'll put the five, I'll put the 15-minute video of it and everything else, and that's it. And we'll put it out there after we do this. Not today, but I'll put that video out there. But that's what makes sense. How it go. Another, I mean, I don't know how another dimension gets it done. You know what I mean? Getting eaten by a monster is just as scary as falling to your death. It sure is, right? It'll wake your ass up. Wake you right up. If you get eaten by a monster, then you're done. You're waking right up. Scott saying they're all in the coma. I think they are, yes, not coma, but they could be in a situation like that. Wolfspear is saying that are you scrapping your, no, I don't think, I'm not scrapping the aliens theory at all. I think they have captured aliens too. I think there are some aliens in the same simulation. I think they're fucked up too. It's to say, I've said this theory and I said it. Oh, it's definitely alien technology that's allowing this whole thing going on right now. And there's no doubt that I think the aliens, they bagged up some aliens, and the aliens are being experimented on too. Everyone's like, K to the P, baby. K to the P. He's always outside the house. I sound like your boy saying, I'm still calling it supernatural. I mean, you could say supernatural and everything else, but in the end, you got to put it together, and that's what I got. I got to put this together in a way that it actually, this makes no sense. Let's take this call. 318.
Call from
Bernicia.
to accept, press 1. To send a voice.
What up? You're rocking with the Don Tony Teflon. Who we speaking to?
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad to hear from you. What's your name?
Bernicia.
All right, Bernicia. What's going on, B?
Well, I'm just so excited you're back and doing the show. I have missed it so much.
Well, thank you.
Just listening to all your theories and all of our theories that are kind of messed up at times. But it's still entertaining, and that's the best thing about this show. We have such a good time.
You're 100% right. Listen, I could be wrong about everything, and if I am, I am. But it was fun thinking of it.
Yeah, and you know what? That's the best thing of all. It's all fantasy anyway, so enjoy every bit of it, get a few laughs, and, you know, come up with what you come up with, and then get proven wrong or right.
That's right. We'll see how it goes down. I'm about that life, so we'll see what happens. I've been wrong about things. I've been right about things. I mean, you know, none of us work for the shows, and none of us know. Even the actors have told us specifically that they don't know, and they be putting theories out there. They be thinking just like us all the time. They trying to
right. But thank you for everything you do. I laugh every time I see somebody copying, because nobody does it better than the Don.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I 100%.
And I can't wait for the con.
Con is going to happen again. We have a venue. I have the venue.
Okay.
That's done deal. That it's over. So it's just now coming down to exact date that it could actually be performed, and that's what it is. So again, I want to have some of the actors that they're at the place too. So it's all about talking to them and everything else. I have their managers' information, and I'm going to put out the information about the con. I'll put the website up. That'll be up. The only thing that has delayed all that is that my book is coming out. So
Gotcha. And I'm gonna be in line for that too.
well, I appreciate it, but I gotta put my effort. Though I want to come, I want to do it. But this book has
All
been
right.
since it's 5 years in the making, and it's right there. So I have to finish this up, and then once this is
Well,
finished up, then I can shift my attention to that and make that happen.
well, what you have read so far is fascinating. So I'm ready
Thank
to get
you.
my hands on it.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it so much. Thank you.
But I don't want to hold you too long. Thank you again for everything you do. I look forward to it every time you come on.
Well, thank you for rocking with me. Thank you for I've truly appreciate it.
All right. Have a good night.
You have a good one.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Well, that was a beautiful call. King Magic, thank you for the super chat. I think Victor is the key because every time they ask him something, he speaks in code because know who's watching. Because like he knows who's watching, so he doesn't speak on certain things. It could be a situation like that, but it seems like his memory is wiped. He doesn't remember everything. Right? That's what it seems like with Victor. Like I don't know if it's code or his memory is just wiped. Again, they all could be avatars. In the end, when it's all said and done, you know what I mean? So again, I've told people before, in case people don't realize, I have a book that's coming out, a novel that's coming out. It should be in a couple of months. You know what I mean? But yeah, in the end, it just seems like his memory is wiped for certain reasons and stuff like that. I'll put the cover of the book up for you so you can see it. Boop, there it is. That's the cover of the book. It should be out in a couple of months. And when it goes on sale, I will let you know, and hopefully I will go out there and buy the book and hope you enjoy it and stuff. It took me a long time to write, probably longer than the average person. But I had fun writing, and I can't wait for y'all to have a chance to experience it and everything else. Oh my God, this makes too much sense now. It makes too much sense. I do not have pre-orders yet. Yeah, it makes too much sense. Now I just thought of something else that this about solidifies that this is what's going to happen, that this is what's happening. Damn it. I should have seen it a long time. I should have seen it. And I did see it, but I should have realized it. I should have realized it. And now I do. I realize that this is it. This is what it is. I should have realized it, and I caught it. I caught it right. I just caught it. Jesus. Tony Teflon, bro. You should have caught that before. Yeah, it's definitely that's what's going on. That's what's going on. Listen, I'll say it now. I'll put it in the video later. I'm sure there'll be people from other channels, and if I catch you other channels and you put my shit out there, I'm going to scream on you. All right, I will. I'll scream on you. I will publicly name you in the video and do it. All right. You sound like your boy. You're correct. I'd rather just put it in the video, but I actually am putting it in the video by putting it on here, right? So it is in the video. So we'll say, listen, Victor says straight up in this when he's in there that he puts things in these drawings specifically so that he can remember, so people can remember what's going on. Have you ever seen a show named Severance? All right. Again, if this is a simulation and you're in this simulation, how could you figure out what's going on in this simulation? How could you know that you're in the air and everything else in the outside world and all that? You have to write it somewhere. You have to put it somewhere, right? In Severance, if you've seen the show Severance, the people who knew they were in Severance, right, knew what was going on, they put messages inside that world, right, that only that people could pick up on who are in the outside world. So by Victor doing these drawings and everything else inside of this world, it is a way for them to actually give you information if you get sucked into this world of how you can escape and get out of this world, because you can't communicate with people, right? People are watching and everything else, right? So how could I do it? How could I leave a message for somebody if I'm in this world? Say Victor is an avatar of himself or someone else is in there, right? And I need to do something. How can I do it? This is the character I'm playing. Well, I can draw these pictures and I can put the pictures in there so that when people go inside the simulation, they can just look at these pictures, and if they figure it out, they'll figure out exactly how they can escape and get out of this place and everything else, right? I think that it's that same situation that could be going, that's what's going on. The same way it was in Severance. They did it in Severance. That when people were in Severance, if you don't understand what that show is, if you never watched it, real quick and say it, that it's a show that you get severed from your life. So when you go into your job, when you're in severance mode and you go into your job, and it's all because of for production, that's what they say. But when you go into your job in the show Severance, you no longer know who you are in the outside world, right? You have no idea who you are in the outside world. You don't know. You have no idea. You don't know if you have a family. You don't know if you have kids. All you know is who you are in the inside world. And when you leave, you have no idea what you were doing at your job. So again, the way they were able to communicate with people and let them know what was going on, they were leaving messages in there that the other people that were in there, the bosses that were running, couldn't actually find, right? And that's how they figured things out. I think this is exactly what's going on here with Victor with these drawings, right? He's inside this simulation, but how could I leave notes for someone else who's going to come inside of this place and actually know what's going on here? Well, I can draw these pictures. And if I draw these pictures, people can put these pictures together and you can figure out that this is what's happening to you. Again, Ethan said it from the beginning. He said that if you put these pictures in the correct order, it tells the story. You just have to put them in the order. Pictures are being shown to you, but they're out of order. That's why Victor draws these pictures. That's what the pictures are actually for. Now, the avatar Victor that's in there thinks he's just drawing of something else, just drawing of the things he's seen, but they're actually being funneled to him to draw because of this. I think that's what's going on here. I think that's what. Yes, I think that dying or being shocked is the way to wake yourself up out of this dream or whatever that they put you in. I think whether you're being pushed out of a building or being shocked or anything or dying, I think that's how you get snapped out. And now you're back in the reality. I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is, man. I mean, if we go through them drawings again and everything, again, we look at certain drawings and we say, wait a second, we didn't see this. This never happened. How would he have these things if they never happened and everything else? Well, this is how it happened, because the person who's feeding him, having him draw these things, or having him draw these things so that people that are in there can actually see them and how they can communicate with the people who are on the outside. Again, we're talking about people who are on the outside, think they're in this world, but they really aren't. How could you get them out? How can you communicate to them, know that there's something else going on out there? That's how you do it. I mean, except for these people who are able to put messages on Sarah's arm or messages on the jukebox, like they're able to control the jukebox and play certain songs, trying to get you just to know what's going on here. This is how they do it and everything else. So I think it is. I think that's it. I think that's the show. I think that's the show. I think that's what it is. All these people that are dead ain't dead. Again, when you look at them being dead, again, you could die. What actually happens? All you see is that there are organs that are harvested out of these people, right? Maybe that's what this whole thing is about. Putting people under a certain amount of stress to trigger them to see exactly how it affects their body somehow. That's what they say, right? They always told you that even when you dealt with Freddy Krueger, right, and all that stuff, that if you died in your dream, you died in real life, right? That's what it's supposed to be in the Freddy Krueger world and everything else, right? But in reality, you never really die in your dream. You always wake up before it happens, and I think that's why he pushed her out the window. That's what's going on, and that's what it is. So it may seem like certain things and all that, but it's just most likely, if you ask me, that this is what it is. Sorry, but what can I get a mug like that? I give these mugs away and everything else. I give them away. I haven't given away one in a little bit, but I should give away one. I'll send it to you. The sim theory makes a lot of sense, especially with Donna being the overseer, trying to keep everything. Yeah, listen, it seems like this is what it is, man. I can't see it being now. This is what I'm thinking it is. My book is a psychological thriller. It's not a horror book. Psychological thriller. Yeah, and everything else. Yeah, that's what I think's going on. All right, now I put the theory out there. If we see anybody else, put that video out there. You let me know. Number one, you got to go in their comment sections and beat them up. Let them know Tony Teflon's coming for you. I'll be biting my shit. And if you are biting my shit, at least have the right decency to say that, hey, I heard this from Tony Teflon. I agree. And I want to put it out there. I mean, Jesus, that's all you got to do. Do it for other people. People do see it, do it for other people, right? Why can't you do it for me? Yeah. So if what you're saying is true about dying is the only way, why don't the others trapped tell their people? How can they tell them? Again, if it is a simulation, and I'm not saying just dying, I'm saying some type of trauma, like Tabitha may have died or whatever. How would they tell them? If these people are in some type of room and you want to say they're in a coma or they have some type of headset on and they're holding them out, how could they go back and tell these people that this is what's going on? They're out. And again, once you're out, you don't know what they do to you when you're out. We'll see that what happens with Tabitha when she's out. They're probably going to tell Tabitha some bullshit. You were never in there. What are you talking about? You were in there. Eloise has been out this whole time. Right? Again, she said specifically to Victor's mom that she had to go to the tower in order to save the children. Right? There was no children in that tower. Did she know that you had to go to the tower and jump your ass off that building to wake up in the real world, because they're experimenting on all these children and everything else. And that's what's going on. It could be a situation like that. Why don't the others trapped in Frumland tell the people? How would they tell the people? I don't understand what you're saying. Screw your feelings. I mean, how would they say it? The others can pass messages through Sarah. So again, I don't think that the others can. I think that's the aliens that are being there, because again, they said it straight up. They said that Sarah was the first person they were able to communicate with and get through to. She's the only one who did it. Again, look at the people who do it, right? Who are able to have these things. Think about it real quick. I'm going to get out of here, but there are people who have seizures. What is seizures? Seizures is something that something's going on with your brain function, right? And then that's when you have this and able to do it. That's when you have the Elgin and all these people, right? They have seizures. So something's going on with their brain. The device in their head that they're holding, they could be wearing some device or whatever in there that causes them to have these seizures that they're able to actually escape for a second, right? Or allow the people from the outside world. Again, could be two sets of people doing the experiments. There could be other people who are down with it and escaped, and they're able to tap into the same sim and trying to help these people out. And these only ones, again, they said specifically, Sarah is the only one that they've ever been able to communicate with. And that's just what it is. That's the way it goes. Yeah, Boyd's wife is out. Boyd's wife would be out. 100%. She out. But again, when you get out, you don't know what they do to you when you get out. They could gas you like you were never in there. They could kill you. You don't know what's going to happen when you get out. You don't know what it is and everything else and all that. But all right, we'll shut this down. It's been a great event talking about it. I think we figured this out. I think we figured this whole thing out. But I'll do some more research on it and everything else. I'll put up a 15 or so minute video on everything else. And but I really think this is what it's probably going to be in the end. Could be wrong, maybe not. Thanks to all y'all for rocking with us. Thank you for all the super chats. The people who put the super chats in there, people who have donated, people who donated subscriptions and everything else. We'll be back to do another stream. If you want to do a stream before next week, like you want to do it like Saturday or something like that, I'm sure I'll be around. Just put in the comment section, hey, tell them I want to stream. I want to do another theory video on Saturday. If not, we'll be back next Wednesday. All right. If you like the way I do this, please thumbs up this, spread this across around the course, subscribe. And as always, you know how it is. Peace, stay sexy.